So how would you assess how things have gone so far?
Exciting. You know what I mean? It's such a good energy around the program right now. The guys are having a blast just kind of doing football, you know what I mean? And just being able to be together and do everything that we can.
What do you like about your group?
Man, my group, they love to work. You know, that's one of the coolest things. You'll see those guys just come to work every day and enjoy the process. You know what I mean? It's hard sometimes to see a group, but, you know, it starts up top and you got good leadership. Thank you. That really kind of helps us with, you know, having that, set that tempo, set that standard.
What are you looking forward from this group? I mean, for this spring, I know other coaches have talked about just trying to establish identity, but what do you want to see out of this group or your group?
Yeah, no, I love to see we use a term called TBD, you know, and it's to be determined. You know, every year is going to be different. Every running back's going to be different, and shoot, we won't get our opportunity. We want to have that explosion and be that juice the team needs at any moment.
Coach, we're kind of getting to the tail end of learning season here. Obviously, you had lessons you learned from the last open practice. What's kind of been the focus going into tomorrow to try to polish up heading into that?
Yeah, details. It's all about details. It's all about us being able to control. So one thing that we do is talk about breathing, right, and processing what our job is. You know what I mean? And now that we got almost everything in, guys are just now playing fast, not allowing themselves to think, and really just try to be who they are, playmakers.
What have you seen from AG and Tavion this spring as early enrollees?
Yeah, no, I mean, those guys, they like to work again, but they're dynamic. They're dynamic in their ability to put that foot in the ground and really change 0 to 100 really fast. And it's pretty fun to see.
How do you envision the running backs group kind of being used in the offense? Is this RJ Harvey was a big piece last year. Do you think one big guy, or do you think rotation?
That's a biased question. I don't want to be all of it, right? No, I see us being whatever. We do whatever we can. You know, whether it's pass blocking, whether it's running the ball, whether it's running routes, we can do it all. You know what I mean? So, and it starts from the bottom to the top, and that's how we all prepare. You know what I mean? To do it all. We're not just one trick pony. So.
Talk about the two seniors, Myles Montgomery and Jaden Nixon. What have you seen from them? How they progress along the way?
Yeah, you know, I think those guys are doing a great job feeding off of each other. You know what I mean? Their ability to really, you know, just see and compliment each other and, you know, really just kind of lead the program, lead the group. You know what I mean? And I mean, they are kind of the two older guys on the program right now. And, you know, you can see it in their movement, the way they study the game, the way they approach every day of work.
Are they different running backs? How would you maybe go about utilizing them? Do they do different things? Is maybe Myles good at one thing and maybe Jaden something else?
Yeah, I mean, make sure those guys can't hear me because I can't give them too many compliments, right? But, no, they both complement each other really well. I mean, they both are very explosive. They both are very fast, and they just run tough. You know what I mean? They get the hard yards. And I don't want to put those guys in a box, but, you know, they're able to do it all right now. And that's the cool thing about Coach Frost's offense is we ask the running back to do it all. Pass block, receive, run the ball. You know what I mean? And I think those guys definitely match what he wants.
You mentioned blocking. What progress have you seen them make over the course of camp?
Well, I think blocking starts in the mindset. You know what I mean? And those guys are all willing. You know, from the freshmen to the seniors, they're just excited about it. And we say protect the rock, protect the quarterback. You know what I mean? And that's one big thing for us is always making sure, hey, if there's any kind of leakage or whatever it might be, we make sure to go clean it up.
On Saturday, we talked to Myles a little bit about emerging as a leader as one of the older guys. What have you seen from Myles as kind of the sense to take that leadership role? Yeah,
the one thing for him is just his process. You know what I mean? His time of just really just being the guy to just who he is and leading by example, outworking everybody, and now just being able to have that respect that everybody just when he says something, hey, Myles said it. You know what I mean? And that's fun to see. And he kind of was amazing for his own self, you know what I mean, to see that, you know, guys were actually listening and act like that. So it's been great.
The transfer portal opens up in the next week or so. Do you envision maybe having to bring in another body maybe to help provide a little more depth, or are you satisfied kind of where you guys are at right now?
I mean, that's always up to the portal, you know what I mean, the magical portal. It's a crazy deal, but I'm very impressed with the guys right now. You know what I mean, I like who they are, I like their work, I like what they can get done, you know what I mean. I think we're going to just keep on pushing those guys to the limit right now and just see what we got.
Maybe you were mentioning TBD is kind of a philosophy of yours.
Yep.
Where did that develop, and what does that mean to you, and what do you want to demonstrate to the guys to follow suit?
Yeah, it's trust, brotherhood, determination. You know what I mean? But also you can see to be determined. You know what I mean? And it starts with trust. Our guys, I mean, we have to believe from the first guy to the second guy to the third guy that guy is able to be a guy in the program that's going to make a play. Because I tell my guys to go hard every single play, and they need to have that trust that their brother is going to be able to come in the next play and do whatever he has to do. And we determine not to fail. You know what I mean?
Learning this spring and being on the field with Coach Frost, what do you like about being a coach under him and this offense that you're going to be running?
Man, that's a great mind. You know what I mean? He's a wizard as far as just his ability to know offense and really kind of see what the defense is really trying to do to him and have a counter to it. You know what I mean? So his mind is always just working and everything like that. So it's very fun for me to see kind of his ability to kind of regurgitate information, plays that he's had in the past, and just, hey, let's get this done. This is a slight change, and his mind's always working.
How have you seen the culture develop over the course of spring?
Yeah, I mean, coach is exciting. He's going to bring that energy. He's going to tell us that we want to be passionate and have a lot of passion for our guys, and we want to make sure that he leads that way, and he shows it every day. You know what I mean? He's a very personal guy. The guys talk to him, they joke. And you can see him having fun out there, you know what I mean? When he's in his element, he's calling plays and, and coaching up the defense to run the ball, coaching up the offense to stay on blocks. It's fun to see.
Stacey Gage, Stacey Gage, what do you see from him? I mean, a guy comes back again for another season. What kind of growth have you seen him after redshirting last year?
Yeah, no, he's a growth. I mean, that's the cool part for him. His ability to really take that next step as far as being a guy that has a little experience on his belt, now just being able to play a lot faster than he did last year. And that's fun to see, you know what I mean, because I wasn't here, no doubt, but I just can see his process every day of just getting better and really feeling more comfortable with the offense and the coaches.
You mentioned the magical quarter. A lot of the recruitment has also been on the offensive line, a big part of how you guys operate. What has happened during the spring season to kind of get that mesh and melding chemistry together and rolling?
Yeah, no, Coach Clark, man, that's a guru now, man. That's a wise coach, a wise O-line coach, and see his experience, see how he works with those guys. And I mean, shoot, there's nobody else in our program, in my opinion, that works harder than O-line. And to see those guys really get together and really talk about those guys being a group that really have to get things done in the trenches, it's been fun to see, you know what I mean? And running backs, we have them, try to have a good bond and try to go make sure those are the guys that we trust all the time.
Coach Frost mentioned on Saturday, if you're in Florida, you have to be fast. How is that passed on to the running back room? How have you guys been fitting in that system, being fast?
Yeah. I think those guys are fast. I always like to say I'm a little faster still. But, you know what I mean, I said we might have to race at the end of the spring, but those guys are doing a great job of just kind of holding true to that and playing fast through the whistle and at every play they can.
Do you think you could take him?
Oh, no question.
How many game-ready running backs do you think you'll need this season? Is it around 3, or how many guys do you want to be ready to contribute in games this fall?
I like to have, I want to say 5. I want to say everybody in my room, from freshman to senior. I mean, I told my guys, after spring ball, there's no young guys anymore. You know what I mean? In this day and age, we're one play away. You know what I mean? And so my guys, I feel like they are able to, grasp and have understanding, and that's our standard. You know what I mean? And that's the trust that we got to have in whoever's in the game.
You talk about the standard there. What's one non-negotiable standard that you have for any running back room and any offense that you coach in?
Effort. You know what I mean? You got to give them 100% effort. You know what I mean? And you can't coach effort. You know what I mean? Something with effort is in you. And I think those guys in the running back room right now are trying to have that extreme effort, that extreme talent to just be able to do whatever is needed of them.
The cameras, I feel like a president for real right now.
So you get in the portal, UCF reaches out, but you're already kind of familiar with UCF, right?
Yes, sir.
You played in that space.
Don't remind me. Boomer laid me out on the sideline too. That was me. The one that late hit out of bounds, that was
on
me.
The kick return.
Yes, sir.
So what did you kind of know about UCF? What did you remember? Were you thinking about that game as UCF was reaching out and recruiting you?
Yeah, most definitely. The space game was one game that year I could never forget. I mean, it's called the bounce house for a reason, and everybody was bouncing around. I mean, taking their shirts off, swinging around. It's pouring down rain, and everybody is going crazy and everything like that. The light show is nice. Just the uniforms were nice. It's just remember thinking about that game and the energy that was there. I was like, oh yeah, like I love that energy, like the fans, and that's what I live for. You know what I mean? Like those big high moments in those big games.
It didn't feel that good that night, though.
No, not at all. I'm sitting there like, oh my Lord Jesus, what's going on right now? We can't get it together. Man, it was something.
Did that kind of help you make it? I mean, obviously it's about the right situation, the coaching stuff, all the other stuff, but knowing that experience that you've been here before and you've been to a game, did that kind of help you in your decision to come here?
It did a little bit, but there was also a lot of uncertainty, with a whole new coaching staff coming in. But I really like Coach Frost, Coach Coop. He Coach Beal, all the coaches are just on the staff that came in. They're all welcoming, loving. They want everybody to come in here and compete too. It's not just like, okay, I like this dude, I like that dude. Y'all two are gonna be the starters, and everybody else kind of feeling. No, it's like everybody's here to compete, and they want to build something great. Even if you're a freshman and you're looking better than a 7th-year senior, then they'll play him over over the
Tell
freshman
us about
over
your
seniors.
game.
I like to be elusive, quick and fast. I like to get out of there. I don't like being touched too much. But one thing I will say, people don't know, I will like run you over too. I like to lower my shoulder. I like to make contact. Last year against Ohio State, I had a big hit in that game. So I like to run, but I also like to hit somebody too. I used to play defense, so that's a little defense in me. So
What do you think of this running backs room? I mean, we just got to talk to Myles, but you got some freshmen as well. What makes this group kind of special in your mind?
I feel like we can all like just goof around and be us. Like, we all know that we're similar, but we all just have that little difference. We all have that little difference in us that makes us all that special. Like, I don't know what it is about this group, but I just love being around these guys. You mess up, you make a mistake, you get down a little bit, those guys are right there to pick you back up. They're joking around with you, you know what I'm saying, as if nothing happened. They talking to you about the next play as if nothing happened. But like, we all close, we all hang around, get on each other, joke around. I think we threw AG in a little hoop, the little mini hoop in there in the locker room. So that was fun.
A minute ago, what stands out to you about his game, having been around him now for a few weeks?
That boy's a workhorse. Like, he just goes, and like that's one thing I admire. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I be looking at him like, dang, you ain't tired yet. Like, you ain't out there. I know if that was me, you know what I mean. But he's a workhorse. He works hard. He got a little speed to him too. He comes with the power as well. Like, I like his game. He's more talkative than I am. He's more like outgoing and stuff like that. But no, like his game is. I can't wait to see him in a live game situation. You know what I mean? It's one thing to get out here and practice and see what he does, but I just know when he gets in the game, he's gonna be running through people. So I'm excited.
You mentioned Coach Ross being a big reason why you came. What about those conversations with him and the philosophy felt right to you?
It was. I remember when we were talking and everything like that. It was like he brought me in. He was like, we ain't gonna do all the photo shoot and everything. Like, when you go visit, everybody's like, let's take pictures. Like, you look fly and stuff. He was like, nah. Like, when you come in, it's an interview, and that was different. Because they want to see who you're going to be and how you're going to be when you get in here. Coach Frost was like, he doesn't want to just bring anybody in, bring in a guy, pay him this money, and then he comes in here, starts BSing or whatever it is, the case may be, and doesn't fulfill his job. He wants people that he knows is going to come in here and change the program. Because he wants to come in, and I ain't going to lie, he's done a great job coming in here and changing the program already. But he wanted to come in here and change the program. He didn't want to come in the program and then slowly work his way into it. He wants to start now and then build it up. And so I think hearing him say that, and even just looking at the guys he brought in, he's really true to his word. And I wish I had more years under him. I can't lie. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, under Coach Frost, Coach Coop, this whole coaching staff, like, I just feel like something special is going to happen here.
How impressive is that? Like, as a transfer coming in, you probably had other people call you up, and the idea of not doing the flash, the idea of this is like a job interview almost. How much does that impress you to think about that rather than just, here's some money and here you're going to come in and you're going to play for us?
I can't even describe the feeling, but it was just like, this dude, he's here to win. He wants to win. He wants to work. You know what I mean? It isn't just about money. And for me, that's what I like. I don't want guys that's coming here getting paid. Shoot, I don't even care if I'm getting paid or not. You know what I mean? I'm here to work. I'm here to play football because ultimately, we're here to play the game that we love. You know what I mean? Like, we're not here to look all cool and flashy. I mean, we could look cool and flashy when the time comes, when it's time to play the game. But if you out there looking cool and flashy, you know what I'm saying, trying to be cool and do your own thing, and then you're not playing well, then how does that look? How does that look on Coach Frost? How does that look on yourself? How does it look on the whole team and everything like that? So just hearing him say that, like, he wants guys that are good people and genuine people. And then, all the everybody has their own style of being flashy. So that could come with it too. But once he knows you're a good, genuine person, then he'll move up from there and start getting to know, start working more and getting to know you better. So
sounds like you're saving the flashy for your own space game upcoming.
No, I'm really saving it. I'm saving the flashy for the Oklahoma State game.
Okay.
I can't lie.
How much are you looking forward to that game?
Oh man, I'm trying to work on my celebrations now. That's all I gotta say.
I mean,
I'm excited.
You were behind a really good running back.
Man,
as
yes,
we all
sir.
know at Oklahoma State. But how big was last season? Just for you to break out and kind of show what you could do in a more primary role.
It's crazy because even though I had a big role last season, I don't think last season was more so me getting to break out and, you know, run all those yards and do what I can. I think it was just more so me getting back in that groove and finding my rhythm. I don't know if y'all know, but I was in the portal for just 8 months. I didn't have a spring ball last year. I didn't have a winter. I had 1 month of summer. So it was kind of just like, I ain't gonna lie, there was a lot of uncertainty at the time whether I was going to, you know, keep pursuing football or like what I was going to do. So when I got to Western Michigan, it was like, I just got to get here and prove to myself that I can do this. This is what God, you know, blessed me to do. You know, God gave me this gift to serve other people. You know what I mean? This isn't just like, I love football. I love playing football and everything, but it's an opportunity for me to be able to bless the people around me and, you know, give back. You know, I mean, whether that's going into communities, whether that's going to my family, just, you know, it was just an eye-opening experience for me, just personally. Not necessarily being a football player, you know what I mean, and having those accolades, even though that is a blessing too. But I mean, I couldn't have done it by myself. I had great teammates. You know, I had a great team, great OC, great head coach, great running back coach. Oh, I mean, I miss those guys every day. I can't lie. So they definitely helped me a lot.
You talked about being a returner before. What instincts kind of go into making you a good returner like you are?
I'd have to say vision and my speed. Because one thing, you definitely got to be able to hit it. Once it opens up, those gaps, they open up quick and they close quick too. So you got to be able to hit it. That's one thing. And like I said, vision, you got to be able to see it, because sometimes you just never know when them holes are going to open up. And it's like, if you have your eyes just right here, something right on this side can just boom like that. If you over here, like I'm saying, I'm staring at you, you know what I mean? But if I open up my peripherals a little bit, even though I'm looking at you, if I open up my peripherals just a little bit, then it's like, okay, I'm looking at you, but I can also see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like just little details. Vision and speed are the two main things that I say.
Matt asked us of Myles, you know, Coach Beal, I guess, wants to run against you guys. How do you think that would go for him, and who do you think is the fastest guy on the team?
Wait, ask that question again? Sorry.
Yeah, Coach Beal, I guess, wanted to potentially run against you guys as a unit. How do you think that would go for him and
You talking about racing?
Yeah.
Man, tell him you better warm up. He might pull something, you know what I mean? Nah, but I know we all gonna get out there and compete. Y'all should have seen us in there playing Jeopardy the other day. Like, it was teams of two, and we all like, we going back and forth. Nah, he said this, he said that. Like, it's gonna get competitive out there. I know Coach Beal. I mean, I don't know. I feel like either Coach Beal really gonna try to run, or he may give us like 3 steps and be like, like I was just playing with y'all, this, that, and you know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. But come on, I'm ready to go. Y'all gonna have to be there for that. You know, I'm ready to race any day. So.
Jade, how important is this season to you? You talked about last year, you didn't know what was going to happen. You were in the portal for a long time, and you kind of felt like you haven't had your breakout yet. I know you said you wish you had more eligibility. This is just your final
yes,
season,
sir,
right?
yes, sir.
So how important is this year to you, and what do you want to accomplish and show everybody in your final season?
This season, just, I mean, like I know I could showcased what I did at the MAC and everything, but I'm back in the Big 12. I want to be able to showcase that I could do it at this level of football too, and that when I start getting ready for the next level, like, those guys are gonna have to be ready at that level as well, because I'm gonna be doing the same thing, if not better. I don't know. This season, I really just want to live in the moment. You know what I mean? Enjoy this time with these guys, because I ain't gonna lie. Like you said, this is my last season. These 5 years, or 4.5, 5 years, whatever it's gonna be, it went by quick. So I just want to be able to live in the moment, be able to celebrate the younger guys when they do something great, be able to celebrate the older, just everybody when we do something great. Work towards something bigger than just myself too. You know what I mean? It's a team sport. So I want to be All-American, Offensive Player of the Year, whatever the case may be. All that's cool, but at the end of the day, it's a team game. I want to win with the team. Aim for a 16-0 season, you know what I mean? Or at least something close or similar to that, you know what I mean? I want to win, not just for myself, but for the team and with the team as well. So I can, say I got some stuff I want to do for myself, but ultimately live in the moment and win with this team and Coach Frost and all these guys. So.
Just kind of look at me. Now you're kind of getting towards the end of spring. You just got the rest of this week and next week. So as you kind of look back on everything, what's your biggest takeaway from your first spring under Coach Frost?
Biggest takeaway, probably that don't know. I guess the way you could say it is, I like the way he got us to be able to understand things like quicker, right? Because his whole thing was he's going to throw everything at us, and he understands that it's not going to be perfect. But the whole thing around that is he wants us to be familiar with everything. So by the time we get to fall camp, we're not starting from ground zero, because we're not. We're going to pick up right where we left off, and that's what the best teams do. So
where do you think the team is, though, in regards to that? Have they picked mostly everything up? I know there's going to be mistakes, as you said. Where is the team?
No. Like just like Coach Coop said at the end of practice to us earlier, like for the most part, everyone knows their assignment, right? Only thing we have to work on is being able to revert back to your training whenever you get tired. Because obviously stuff like that, like some stuff slips. You do stuff you're not supposed to do. But for the most part, everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing, and we're in a great spot because we don't play tomorrow. So.
And what have you liked about working with Coach Beal?
I love working with Coach Beal, man. He's, like I said before, he's a great teacher. Like I was telling you guys, like we learn the offense so fast. Sometimes we're install ahead of people, right? And it's just I like that about him. Not too many times you get around people who are just great, like good teachers. You know what I mean? Of the game, really. So yeah.
How do you envision the running backs group being used in this offense?
In this offense, we go pretty fast, and our coaches expect us to give 100% effort. So he probably already told you, everybody, you know what I mean? Everyone's going to get used at some point, right? It may not be a handoff. You might just have to block real quick, right? But everyone's going to get used just by the nature of the way we play the game.
Coach Beal was mentioning TBD. What does that mean to you?
To me, he told you about how it's to be determined. It's just you just got to be able to trust each other, right? Again, he talked about how he wants us all to go hard every single time, and you have to trust that the guy behind you, is going to be all right. Little freshman behind you, he's going to be all right. You don't have to worry about, oh man, I got to hurry up, get back in. Nah, take a breath. He got it. So yeah.
Speaking about the freshmen, you talked about AG on Saturday. What have you seen from Tavion and him?
Yeah, Tavion, he hasn't really. He can't practice right now, so I can't tell you anything about that. The stuff he has done, he's great things, right? He's 0 to 60. He's like acceleration is so fast, but yeah, he hasn't practiced yet, so I don't know. But AG, yeah, man, he's gonna be great. Like I said, he's gonna be. Oh my God, man, yeah, he's gonna play this year.
Myles, on Saturday, you say you'd like to see the offense protect the football a little bit more. How much of a focus has that been in practice, and what's some stuff you kind of worked on?
That's a focus every day, no matter what. It could be a walkthrough. It could be a freaking. I don't know. The ball's the issue, and that's a focus every day, right? That's expected of us, and that's just not going to go away. It doesn't matter what happens.
What have you seen from Stacey Gage?
Good things too. Stacey's grown up, right? I'm starting to see that he's starting to take heed of what people are saying to him, and if he keeps that up, he's going to be great as well, right? Like I said, the whole room, coach is not joking, the whole room is going to play, right? And that's good. It's good to be able to say that because you're just confident everyone knows what they're doing.
Jaden Nixon obviously has a lot of experience like yourself. How do you guys feed off each other? Maybe how do you compliment each other? What are some of the things you think?
It's natural. One good play, you want to go make another good play, right? And that's good for the team, right? You got long run after long run after long run, good block after good block after good block, great catch, right? So yeah, feed off each other.
I know it wasn't in your room, but what was your reaction to Dylan entering the portal yesterday?
Yeah, man, Dylan's a great guy. I'm gonna miss him. I'm surprised. I just want to see. I know he's gonna do great things. So yeah.
Tell me more about Jaden Nixon as a running back, though. What does he do well? What has impressed you about Jaden?
Jaden's fast, super fast, not even funny fast, right? So yeah, mainly his speed has stuck out to me, dude. He's fast.
So Coach Beal said that he may have to, at the end of this camp, he may have to race you guys on the field. Do you think he could take you on you guys?
Coach Beal swears to God that if he gets 2 months of training, he's gonna run a 4.6. First of all, that's not good enough to beat anybody in the room. Secondly, I don't think that'll be smart for his health. He might pull something. I don't know.
Who's the fastest player on the team right now? If you had to rank, I don't know if you even know, but if you had to rank them, maybe 1, 2, 3. Who's the fastest?
I haven't seen everyone run. Obviously, this team could run. So far, though, I don't know. Probably Speedy's fast. I'm fast. Jaden's fast. I don't know any defense guys yet, though. I haven't seen them just run straight. We've been separate kind of. So for this whole time, but I don't know. Offense-wise, yeah, definitely Speedy, me, and Jaden. So yeah.
Do you expect urgency to turn up as you guys approach the end of spring camp?
No, just because you should always be urgent. There's no, it's almost the end, so let's try and cram it in now. You wasted your time at that point, right? So yeah, no, nothing's going to change.
A couple more.
What are you most looking forward to when I know you're busy in spring and you're trying to learn this offense, and season might seem like a million miles away, but before you know it, you're going to be coming back here in August. So what are you most looking forward to when you think about the 2025 season?
I'm just ready to show what I can do, Let's just be real. I've been a career-long backup, right? And now it's my time, so I just want to prove everybody wrong.
Speaking about that, how have you developed as a leader throughout spring camp?
I've developed really well. I feel like I think I answered this on last scrimmage, but I mean, it's new, right? And I'm just glad that everyone is accepting what I'm saying to them, and I'm not just talking their head off.
What are your goals? You just talked about it. You've been a career long backup. So what do you want to prove? What do you want to show everyone this year? What are your goals?
That I'm really good enough, and that I can, take over a team and be a great leader. So win some games.
All right, thanks everyone.